children, I am Anindita Datta, your Anindita ma'am, and I am your science teacher. Today I'll teach you class 3 science. Now my today's video is connected with the lesson plan of 5th of August, and you will be able to see this video after 48 hours of receiving your lesson notes. Now my today's topic is a revision on chapter 2, our human body, from your book, right? So this lesson was taught to you on 11th and 15th of May. Today we are going to discuss about the amazing machine called human body. Now, as human beings, we all are eager to know what is our human body made up of. Children, our human body is made up of very tiny structures known as cells. Now, what are these cells? They are very small structures. Very small, right? So small that they cannot be seen through the naked eyes, and we need to see them under a microscope. They are only visible under a very powerful microscope, right children? Now, how can we define cells? Cells can be defined as the fundamental units of living body. Now, why fundamental? Why fundamental? A single living cell, this is a cell, it can perform all the vital activities of life, right? It can breathe, it can produce energy, it throws out wastes, and it can reproduce. A cell divides to give rise to more of its own kind. So we can see a single cell can perform all the vital activities of life, and the functions of our body is nothing but the outcome of the cellular activities. That is why a cell can be called the fundamental unit of a living body. Now, cells are of different shapes and sizes, right? Some cells are like this. Some cells have hexagonal shape like this. Some cells are elongated in structure like this. So, we can conclude that there are different types of cells found in our body. But children, similar types of cells in our body, they always form a group, right? And each group can be called a tissue. So, how can we define a tissue? A tissue can be defined as a group of cells performing a particular function. Each and every tissue has definite function, right? For example, I can give you one example. See children, this is a cell, right? This is a muscle cell. Many muscle cells join together. This is another, this is another one, another one, another one. When they join together, they give rise to a tissue, right? Which can be called muscular tissue. Now, where are they found? The muscular tissues are found attached to the bones of our body, and they help in moving our bones, right? So, they are performing a particular task. A similar group of cells, they are coming together, performing a particular task, and they are giving rise to tissue. They are what we call tissues, right? Now, different types of tissues are there in our body. So, different types of tissues, they again come together to perform again a particular function, right? And they give rise to the organs. So, how can we define the organs? Different tissues, right? They form a group and perform a particular function. Then we can call them an organ. Some examples of organs are, look at this figures, children. Can you identify this figure? Many tissues have joined to form this organ, which is known as our stomach. And this stomach helps us in digesting our food, right? Similarly, look at this figures, children. What are this? Many tissues, different types of tissues, they have joined together to give rise to these organs, which are known as the kidneys. And they throw out waste from our body. They help us to excrete, in excretion of waste materials from our body. In this way, many tissues have joined to form our heart, our brain, our liver, and so on, right? There are many organs. So, the tissues, they unite to form the organs. Now, a set of organs, they again come together to perform a vital function, a particular function of our body. And at that time, we can call them, the set of organs together, we call them an organ system. An organ system. So how can we define an organ system? We can define organ system as a set of organs performing a particular function. Here also I can give you one example. See children, this is our food pipe. This is an organ, right? Now, this is another organ. This is our stomach. This is another organ. This is our small intestine. This is another organ, our large intestine. This is another organ, the liver. Here we have our pancreas. So, this set of organs, they have come together to perform a vital function of our body. All of them help to digest food and absorb the nutrients from the food, right? And together we can call this system as digestive system. Digestive system. In this way, There are 11 organ systems in our body which perform all the vital activities of our living body. Right, children? For example, the heart, the blood vessels, they together form the circulatory system. The brain, the spinal cord and the nerves, they together form the nervous system. Right? The kidneys, the bladder and the urethra, so they form our excretory system. In this way, the process goes on. Right? So, let us recapitulate what we have learned today. Cells. Our human body is made up of tiny cells. Cells make groups. Similar types of cells form groups. And each group is called a tissue. Many types of tissue, they come together to form an organ. A set of organs, they come together performing vital function, particular function, and then we can call it an organ system. I hope all of you have understood what I have taught you. You will learn the chapter. This is all for today. Meet you in the next video.